The Awakening of the Chosen. Allow these words to enter your spirit as a heavenly whisper. The real stars shine more brilliantly only in night's darkness. My beloved, currently a so-called deep resonance within. Are you restless in this sense? It is the echo of the divine, a strong appeal to awaken something remarkable inside of you. Leaders of the channel. The spiritual secret are myself, Gabriel. Your soul drew you to this message. We are not here by coincidence. Rather, there is a light waiting for you, a spiritual development just ready. No, selected. This is not any video. Only those who pay close attention to their most spiritual summons should find this insight. Everything changes today before you. Many have never ventured to dream about mysteries of the cosmos. This message is a strong key that will unlock doors to a higher knowledge. Ignoring this call would be like shutting your eyes to a beautiful gift just here now. Share this trip in the comments if, like many others selected, you have already experienced this constant quest, this spiritual hunger, motivating you to something greater. And express your appreciation, as there is something amazing waiting if you feel you have been directed here for a greater good. Get ready, as the disclosure is yet to come. Your intellect will go beyond the layers of deception, and your spiritual ears will awaken. Come with me into the future, where your actual nature is only waiting to be awakened. Today I expose to you a veiled phenomena in the shadow of spiritual restlessness, a truth concealed from most, but pulsates in the souls of those who dare to hear. The doorway, 321. This is a tangible spiritual fact that, once seen, permanently changes the course of the realization. It is not a fancy or supposition. Selected, consider for a moment. The common view does not show this gateway. This is a path to a more general knowledge, straight from its core strength. Your opening suggests that something great awaits you, an awakening of powers always within you, just waiting to be used. See this doorway as the daybreak in a spiritual horizon, clarifying the shadow of its own ambiguity. He unlocks this doorway, singing the music of his soul. It unveils latent power, the secret to unlocking fresh doors and reaching heretofore unreachable hidden realms in your awareness. You have undoubtedly had times of unexplained clarity or events so strongly linked that they subverted all logical explanations throughout your life. These are indications that you are more than just a visitor on this planet. You are a chosen one on a divine mission, expressions of the 321 gateway in operation. Ask yourself, how often have you experienced a spiritual rather than a bodily tiredness? An unseen flame, yearning for something unknown yet vital. This is your call to waking, a gift and a duty at once. If he dismisses such a revelation, he will remain caught in relentless cycles of suffering and inertia, distant from the real spiritual liberation his soul cries to reach. Now is the moment, not after tomorrow, not now, today. Let the insight this doorway provides to totally change your life. You may alter your destiny in line with the divine intent, only observing reality as it is. Now before you lie the depths of this reality, just waiting to be untangled. Get ready. Next time, we will go further on this path of metamorphosis, uncovering every secret ready to be disclosed to those with eyes to see and ears to hear. Prepare. The waking is just beginning. I showed you today the 321 doorway, a secret phenomena. Invisible to many, this spiritual reality provides a point of entry to a greater knowledge and a closer relationship with the force that each selected exists in. You not only sensed it, always there has been a light inside your being, waiting to be awakened by this truth. Imagine this doorway as a spotlight whose beams of light guides your path in the darkness of inner uncertainties while we keep exploring this realm. From the perspective of the ordinary mind, such gateways are just abstractions. Nevertheless, for the selected one, like you, they constitute vital stages of development and possibilities. Remember that the doorway is the note of hope, the breath that will resurrect the fire of your spirit, even when the world appears especially gray. This phenomena is evidence of something far beyond appearances, not just a wonder of the cosmos. It is a call to let go anything that no longer fulfills its more important use. Imagine the heroes of the past who heard similar so-called from the prophets, who opened their hearts to become vortex of change upon hearing the heavenly voice. To the nameless people whose life brought transformation to quiet melodies of destiny. This disclosure is essential. Why is that chosen? The doorway provides an opportunity for transcendence, therefore allowing a break from the cycle that confines the soul. Tragic is it to imagine that many people still ignore such light. Comfort in daily life becomes the gilded cage that confine the actual freedom of the heart. Everything transforms by means of accepting and going through the doorway. Darkness battles, the unfamiliar becomes familiar, and so starts a fresh dance between mind and soul, a step towards the boundless possibilities. Imagine the 3-2-1 doorway in your thoughts now, when the shadows seem dense and relentless uncertainties. Ask yourself, like an introspective browser asks, am I acting according to what my true essence calls? Only the real embrace of your destiny will enable your spiritual roots to expand, blossoming with energizing power and unparalleled beauty. Remember also that the so-called resonances are welcome today as we consider this tremendous insight. The trip is still in progress. Better knowledge awaits us. This is the turning point at which your quest for meaning turns into a brilliant trip of illumination and direction. The best gift a chosen one can give itself is life and experience. As we explore this insight, envision yourself as a seed sown in the rich soil of spiritual quest. Though first it looks still and immobile, under the surface an entire universe of possibilities is just waiting to blossom. This reality, the 3-2-1 gateway, is the impetus for its expansion, an unseen power waking its roots into deep. How many times has uncertainty veiled his objectives on his daily path? How often clouds pass over a bright scene? These times, my love, are the subdued expressions of the doorway summoning it, evidence that the spiritual road is not straight, but a dance between light and darkness, uncertainty and clarity. Have you felt as if you were distant from your inner essence, searching for solutions that always elude between your fingers throughout her challenges? This quest brought you here, as you are meant to wake to a more brilliant world. Let me help you to see yourself as the ship of an explorer traversing a huge ocean. This doorway, this spiritual truth, is like the compass constantly pointing to the north of its ultimate aim. This inner compass stays consistent even when the winds are opposite and the seas are turbulent, guiding us forward. Ask yourself, after every difficulty, am I really in line with my goal? Alternatively, am I just drifting? Remember, your heart knows the solution, so this internal link should never be overlooked. Ignoring this call might have what effect? See yourself as a lovely incomplete tune, lost permanently in a sea of discordant cacophony. Ignoring the doorway means letting this harmony produced for you never reach its entirety. It is caught in cycles of uncertainty, where destiny seems like an unattainable delusion. But when you welcome this understanding, the melody of your life completes and expresses the grandeur of heavenly symphony that connects with the core of who you truly are. Now, in our introspective conclusion, let us consider: every action you do in this planet reflects your cosmic dance with the divine. Are you ready to answer the call of your actual self and to coincide with the place that has always belonged to you? Together, let us explore the depths of this adventure, where awakening awaits you precisely and with intention. Prepare while the music of your awakening is still developing. As we deepen our knowledge of the 3-2-1 gateway, let us consider how the chosen one's life is shaped by a linked network of events rather than a one-sided occurrence. Consider your spiritual path as a mosaic, with each piece reflecting a bit of knowledge and every link between them signifying a flashpoint along its road. The gateway stimulates reflection and inquiry when it first opens. In the life of a selected, this opening might show itself as a flash of insight, an illuminating dream, a really relevant discussion, or a straightforward moment of stillness when everything lines up. These are the immaterial marks of the gateway in operation, showing peaks of what is to come whenever the soul smiles and the heart detects the quiet symphony of the cosmos. Think for a second. Selected instances of real life, a major event that alters your viewpoint, or a difficulty that, while first it looks like a barrier, is really an opportunity to transcend its constraints. These are the moments when the gateway has leveled the bridge between the spirit and the world, guiding you from a condition of mere to exist into a state of actual life. The selected one must cultivate its spiritual roots, reaching the rivers of truth to bloom in its whole, just as a tree must send its roots even further to maintain its magnificent development. Our holy text describes the seeds that land on various soil kinds. Which ones apply to you? Considering this provides a road plan for spiritual blossoming. If you decide to overlook this cosmic link, what then? Their shallow roots reflect victims of storms and obstacles that could have slowed down their development and reinforced their resilience. You would stay, not only caught in a cycle, but also in a cyclical pattern of uncertainty and discontent. But by accepting the reality of the doorway, you enter that personal illumination area where the teachings of the past help to create a magnificent daybreak. Selected, every opening of this gateway marks a personal permission of the cosmos to reach the deity living within you. More assurance and purpose abound in every step made with awareness. Think, then right now. Are you ready to seize the control of your waking and recite the symphony of your life using the harmonies you had neglected earlier? Let this vision guide you going forward, because where your attention is focused, your energy settles in. Awakening is a way of life. It is not a destination. Your decision is here right now. Within the complexities of their spiritual path, there are unseen forces driving the chosen one toward enlightenment non-stop. These internal and outside procedures are like heavenly gears, striving to match their existence with the larger goal, uniting all people. Their purposes are holy. They strengthen, clean, and elevate. These systems help you to discover actual power within yourself and live always in line with the eternal and the divine. Imagine, dear selected, this procedure as 4 basic phases. In the first, the so-called resonance in the soul is awakened that upsets the order of things to provide light on the shadow of uncertainty. This is the instant the heart starts to listen to the cosmic sigh of the Creator, and the intellect awakens to fresh opportunities. You might sense it as ephemeral flashes of inspiration or an irresistible need for change. The second step is internal purification, in which old restricting criteria and ideas start to fall apart, like gold in the crucible that has to be heated to eliminate its contaminants. Its actual character starts to show in this shifting fire. You can encounter spiritual hurdles during this period that really test your spirit and your body. But keep in mind, these obstacles help to define your gross diamond of soul. Strengthening of the link with the divine is the third step. This is the period in which you stay strong and with unwavering faith, much like the prophet responding to the summons. At last, the heart and intellect coordinated to provide their road clarity. Your guide here is the holy words, which are like the Psalms, singing the boundless pity and heavenly direction, thereby providing consolation and guidance. You start to show this revived strength in the surroundings during the fourth and last phase. This is the moment when its inner light radiates, shapes your ideas, behavior, even the surroundings. Synchronies become more frequent, and the hitherto unseen doors start to open, leading to their actual use. Still, the risk resides in neglecting these systems. The route leading to spiritual stagnation is the one not consciously traded. Those souls who ignore this procedure stay like seeds thrown on the barren ground, unable to grow and produce fruit. I urge you to give this considerable thought, as your actual essence may be as brilliant as the sun at noon, only by means of deliberate movement. This is the turning point, that crucial time of change. Act now, as the seeds of the future are sown only in the now. Are you prepared to go this road forward? Though only you will choose your response, keep in mind that the present always marks the moment to act. Prepare now in the interesting embrace of the divine, as the following step of your trip offers even greater insights and development. It is time to start building a strong basis for the future beauty of your spirit. Enables investigate how the spiritual processes running in their waking, selected, enable us create the rug of their divine metamorphosis by focusing more precisely on them. These internal and outside procedures are created to help your soul to achieve real resonance with the universe and the Creator. First step: how one interprets the call. The selected one at this time feels a disturbance within herself, an unexplained urgency demanding attention. This first waking shows itself as a dull of restlessness, indicating that the seeds of change are almost about to sprout. Here, your heart gently wakes to the call of eternity, and your intellect compassionately awakens to fresh thoughts and possibilities. The soul purifies itself in the second stage. This is a pivotal period when old ideas, worries, and restrictions are questioned and freed. Gold's essence shines more brilliantly after this difficult yet freeing process, much as it is polished in fire. It might be a time of personal turbulence, in which obstacles are profoundly felt in body and mind, yet they cleanse their vision and define the heavenly road. The final step is incorporating the divine into your everyday existence. This helps you to function with fresh faith. Once internal strife gives place to the equilibrium between its earthy and holy character. You absorb the knowledge provided in Scripture if you really connect with the divine, as, when the prophet interacts with God, eternal commandments help to direct their everyday judgments. At last, the fourth stage is the conscious expression of its fresh actuality. The selected now addresses harmonic resonances that affect everyone around you. Your life's goal becomes clear, like a golden wire buried in your body. Intuition is heightened, creativity blossoms. Response to the new degree of vibration you live with synchronies become frequent happenings and appropriate people to lead your path. Those who ignore these phases of development always run the risk of stagnating. The spirit faces the danger of identifying amid cycles of irregular spiritual consumption without really accessing the substance of his divine existence, without realizing and appreciating these activities. You must so act immediately to approach complete acceptance of this moment. May every selected be the lighthouse shining without fear in the breeze. Every past due challenge should be a solid stride on the path of promise and direction. Now, as you go to deeper unfolding, let this echoing inner journey to transcend every exterior challenge, as what was dark and unpleasant one day now sparkles with the endless possibilities of what it actually signifies. Look and consider, selected, along the road of disclosure. Some who answer the call embrace him with everything they have. Imagine Maria, an honest lady who dives into her own deep upon experiencing the resonance of the holy. She moves to let the reality of the doorway, 𖣔READ blossom in her life. Mary finds tranquility among turmoil on her path. Her faith is her fortitude. Her spiritual life and her connections rejuvenate like a garden bathed by holy waters. Her spirit blossoms and serves as a beacon of inspiration for those close by. Knowing that everything is connected to the vast cosmic plan, she sees the divine goal in every occurrence. John, whose soul is a witness to the same facts, now contrasts himself in that his resistance marks boundaries around his heart. He chooses to remain in the security of the acquaintance, dismiss the whispering of the spirit, reject the metamorphosis he is about to experience beyond the veil. His rejection has terrible results. Uncertainty robs his sleep. His soul wanders like a lost visitor on a star. Relationships fade, and you start to feel empty in everyday life. John is caught in an endless circle of frustration. His holy destiny is eclipsed by the denial of his own personality. Let us consider together the narrative of Jonas, who represents our inner conflict in the womb of the whale. Resisting, like Jonas did, it just causes sink further in the sea of the disaster. On the other hand, acceptance increases since, when Jonas at last turns to serve his task and is then reincarnated to accomplish the divine will. The question that echoes in your consciousness now is, which of these ways am I today? The response calls for integrity and reflection, as you are the decision maker. Accepting the weight of conformism and the suffering of stagnation is to embrace this truth, that which will allow you to change your life. You own the power from this decision. Your life should be like a permanent lighthouse, led by the holy lighthouse, not like a candle in the breeze. Accepting this moment is the difference between living in the shade and blooming in the light, not just one step towards the enlightenment. Choose, beloved selected. You will find out what occurs when trust starts to lead you. Let us now go to the next level and learn the soul variables influencing their spiritual development. May the perfect hands of the Creator clean and bless the road. Dear selected, everything we have so far given is a call to action, not just a set of ideas. The spiritual wisdom you have been exposed to today is like a seed that needs to be planted, watered, and cared for if it is to flourish. You will only witness the noticeable improvement in your life by means of practice. Those who anticipate or hesitate stay caught in the illusion of time, experiencing the same days again and over, like echoes of a criminal past. I suggest 3 holy activities you might start right now if you want to advance in your spiritual development. First, Spiritual meditation. Choose a quiet area where peace will accompany you. Go quiet and focus on the natural rhythm of your breathing. Start the meeting with the strong words, "I am present." Let your ideas stream like an endless river running toward the sea. Realizing its energy with the divine, this exercise helps one to develop inner calm and offers clarity. Monday, the spiritual diary. Start writing. The phrases are reflections of your path. They do not come exactly. Write down your impressions, the synchronicities you saw, and the emotions that surfaced at the conclusion of the day. This habit sharpens your conscience, helps you identify norms, and transforms silence into concrete knowledge. Third, the intended prayer. Thank the Creator from the heart. Daily offer your objectives by means of prayer. Clearly express your thanks, your wishes, and the power you are looking for to propel forward. This exercise increases its resonance and strengthens its link with heavenly reality. Still, it is insufficient knowledge alone. I have to push you to start today. It challenges you simply but powerfully in the following 20 to 24 hours. Examine your daily observations of thoughts and behavior. Ask yourself, were my actions aligned with my divine purpose? This tiny act of introspection will open doors for views that might highlight your path. Remember, transformation might center on internal opposition. Using the comfort of the family member, the mind might attempt to hold you in the recognized territory of spiritual immobility. This soreness is the indication of development, the proof that you are expiring new spheres of your life. To keep on this road is to discover the awakening we have been expecting for so long. Now, really and really, what will you do with this reality that has been exposed today? Will you choose to let the metamorphosis take place, or will it stay in an active state? Someone made a call. The road is clear. Will you reply? The present is the time. One may show the moment of its inner revolution. What response will it provide for the voice of your soul, screaming out of development? Remember the great truths we have in common, dear chosen, when closing today's revelation. Through the 3-2-1 gateway, you now know the heavenly gears controlling your metamorphosis and identify the unique cry resonating within you. Still, this trip does not finish with these words. This is just another magnificent turn on its spiritual road, an additional brick building its own eternal. As I'm absorbing, I wonder, what would you do to her now you knew the truth? This is your sole option. It is a moment of decision that will determine your course forward. It rises from its core as your spirit thrives only via activity. What you do with this truth will define your road from now on. I would like you to verify your will to follow this road. Should these words reflect your inner, write in the comments, "I accept my call." It is not just a digital gesture, but also the confession of his soul, a contract with the cosmos, therefore securing his vow to the divine. Together, we pray in spiritual unity. May God enlighten your steps, strengthen your soul, and open your eyes to the truths that were hidden. May you find clarity, strength, and purpose to follow the path you were destined for you. Amen. Still, know that more discoveries are ahead. We promise a deeper dive in the upcoming film, examining a truth that may transform everything from this great path of knowledge. Thus, keep with us as this trip is done jointly. Subscribe to our channel and click on the bell. Every new video will be a necessary tile in the mosaic of your spiritual development. Remember, you are never alone. We are here to march by you on this great road. May your spiritual trip be lighted, and that every day reveals fresh insights, and spiritual bliss. Choose carefully, trust, and an open spirit to all the wonder that is approaching. Till next time.